What's up, guys? This is Aaron Jordan, Mr. Know Your Worth himself. I'm a relationship coach, I'm an author, I'm a motivator. We're going to talk to real people that overcame real issues right here on Cafe Conversations. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? You tuned in to Cafe Conversations with Mr. Know Your Worth. Guys, you can tell by the excitement of my voice and the falsetto of my voice, I don't even know if I use that word correctly, that I'm really excited about this show. We have the pleasure of having someone on the show that needs no introduction, Mr. Wes Morgan. How you doing today, man?
It's good to be with you, baby.
I got a fist bump it up for you.
Who got
man.
it?
I'm so excited about this, man, because I've been wanting to sit down and talk with you for quite some time about, and just have a straight conversation, man, just inspire, enrich, and empower people. So usually how I like to start off the show is just letting people know, because even though people know who you are and know your story,
They think they know who I am.
They think they know. But see, the thing is, people see the right now, the right now, the glitz, the glam, the traveling, the tours, the books, the concerts, but they don't really see the process to get to that journey. So if you just tell us a little bit about that.
I'm Wes Morgan, and I've been clean from cocaine for 13 years this year. And life is a journey. And I'm going to tell you right now, your journey will always define you. And, you know, I'm just happy to be here with you, man. I really don't know how to give my own self my own accolades.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't give my own credentials.
Yeah. Well, you have a lot of them, man. You have a lot of them. And so when you said something there, man, you said this year marks 13 years that you've been sober and free and things like that. So in that moment, man, just your mental psyche, how was that for you?
What you mean?
When going through that time of being in that situation, that dark moment. Recovering in the dark moment, just in that lowest moment. How did you get out of that? How did you recover?
You're just hopeless, man. You know, the fact that I'm just living, man, is everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's to me. And I'll tell you something, man, when you go through situations like what I've been through, you start changing your perspective and your paradigm.
Yeah.
You start appreciating things that you used to not appreciate. Yeah. And now where I am, man, I'm grateful. First of all, like I said, just to be alive, and then to have beautiful children and a beautiful wife and a beautiful ministry.
Wow.
I tell people all the time, there's three major miracles that God did in my life. First of all, I get emotional about it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man.
First of all, is He kept me alive.
Wow.
Secondly, He allowed me to restore my family. And thirdly, He's given me a platform. And I appreciate the platform that you're giving to me, sir.
Wow.
Because I believe that we have to open up our hearts.
Yeah.
You know, Paul said this, I love this. He says, we are written epistles read by men daily.
Wow.
And my life is that. You know, I got Ricky B over here. I know he ain't a part of the interview, but
we're just gonna call him out anyway.
Yeah. We're gonna call him out. That's my boy, and he knows a lot about me.
Yeah.
And has been around, and he's watched my journey.
Yeah.
And hopefully he sees something in me that he doesn't want to do and wants to do.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And how I got connected. I told we're gonna put Ricky B out there. So I told him, I said, man, I'm looking for, I need one more person for the show. The first person he came and said, hey, you need to talk to Wes Morgan, have him on the show. He'd be awesome for the platform. And so, just like I like to tell people, I love talking to people that have prolific stories of overcoming those tragic moments, overcoming those moments in life that have you at your lowest point, but you have that moment where you talk to God and say, I need you right now. I need you right now to do whatever to just deliver me from this place. At that moment, take me back to that conversation that you had with God at that moment.
Oh man, I'll never forget, man. We were going to do a drug deal, and this is 13, 14 years ago.
Yeah.
You know how time can
most definitely
lapse a little bit, but we were going to do a drug deal, me and two other people, and somebody pulled over on us.
Wow.
And tried to run us off the road. This is just happenstance.
Wow.
It wasn't even like an issue with us.
Yeah.
And so he tried to run us off the road, and so my buddy, he said, let me out the car. We pulled off on the shoulder, and the guy pulled over, and he walked over there. Well, about a mile down the road after all that transpired,
Yeah.
he pulled the guy out the car and started whipping him.
Wow.
And the drug deal was over because I had to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I got to jail, I said, God, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
Whatever I got to do, come on with it.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of when Jesus told Judas, he said, whatever you're going to do it quickly.
Most definitely.
You hear me?
Yeah.
And it was just such a pivotal moment in my life because I was like, I don't care no more. I don't care what people think. I don't care what church people think. I need you to do this in my life right
I need you to move. Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Right now. Because if you don't, I'm going to self-destruct if somebody else don't
Yeah.
destruct me.
Wow.
And you know, I'm from Mississippi, so you have to understand my vernacular. So I'm sorry if
I'm
y'all
from
don't
Memphis.
understand.
Memphis, Tennessee. We're right there.
Well, you close.
Come on now.
You ain't all the way in it.
Well, I got family.
But you close. I'll give you that credit.
My dad, see, we right there on the cover. My dad is from Greenwood, Mississippi, Carroll County, right there on the dirt roads. We have family reunions there every year. Haven't been in probably like 2-3 years, maybe 4 years, but I understand it all too well.
Yeah.
All too well. All too well.
But you know, that's where I am, man. I'm just, even in my situations right now,
Yeah.
you know, with everything that we got going on,
yeah.
man, I'm like, God,
It's a tough moment for us.
whatever you're doing,
Yeah.
please don't leave me out.
Yeah.
I feel like Bishop Paul Martin. I
Come
feel
on
like
now.
singing right now.
Don't let my wife hear you say
Lord, whatever you're doing, whatever he's doing,
that. Yeah.
please don't
Leave me out.
leave me out.
And don't let my wife hear you say it, because that's her favorite bishop. It's Bishop Paul Morton.
We love him.
We love him. We love him. We love him. And she loves him more than anybody. That's her favorite bishop. But thing is that when you think about the story, when you think about the moments, because when you was talking, it made me think about my moments when I was at that low point in my life. And I was just thinking about the conversation, the reflection that I had to have with God to say, man, I need you. You know, because at the point in my life, I needed the validation of love. You know, I was at a point in my life where, and I tell this story all the time because I tell people your story is not meant for you. It's meant to empower and impact other people.
Right.
And so I was at a point, you know, they call me the relationship guy. So I was at a point in my life where I needed the validation of love. And I was at the point where, however it was reciprocated, I needed. You know, I needed. However it was reciprocated to the point where it made me feel good temporarily. I needed that.
But there's no validation without transportation.
Exactly.
I mean, no, I'm sorry. Give me that one more time. There's no validation where there's no transparency.
Exactly.
You can't expect somebody to validate you if you're not transparent.
Come on now.
And that's where my life is, my ministry, my music, man. It's always been about that. I'm just wide open.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just always going to be that way because, you know, I was sitting with a minister years ago and he was talking about how he just couldn't stop crying.
Yeah.
You know, I wrote a song called Cry.
Yep.
Ricky knows it. I'm going to keep calling you out.
Yeah, we're gonna keep calling him out.
We're going to keep calling out. Well, he's a talent.
He's behind the cameras too.
He's a beast.
He is.
But
he's a beast in his field.
I wrote that song and I was listening to this. If I called his name, which I won't, everybody on this broadcast, whatever, they would know his name.
Yeah.
And he was crying. He was talking to me and he said, you know, he said, I can't stop crying because I'm so broken up about what one of my children has done.
Yeah.
And continues to do.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and typically when I'm around those type of personas, I just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
But it woke me up.
Wow.
And I told him, I said, you can't expect to be relevant if you don't open up your scars.
Most definitely.
Roll your sleeves up.
Yeah.
and show it all.
Just show it all, be vulnerable in that moment.
And that's what my life is about, my ministry, my music, anything. And Ricky knows this. I'm just telling you right now, if y'all expect anything different from transparency, you got the wrong one.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the thing is that
that's what makes us relevant.
It does. It does. It makes us relevant.
How can I talk real?
Man, this is Cafe Conversations.
Right, Ricky, just call me out if you need to.
This is Cafe Conversations.
How in the hell are you going to tell your child not to do something that you did?
Yeah.
And not tell her the consequences of what you did?
Yeah.
How are you going to do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We are living epistles read by men daily.
Yeah.
If you don't lay your story out and be honest, if you can't talk about it, don't expect your children to not be about it.
Exactly. I understand it wholeheartedly.
Come on, hit me.
Come on now.
Let's go.
And the thing about it is, you mentioned something about being vulnerable, being transparent. And it took me back to a moment where I was ashamed to be vulnerable in my story.
Ashamed or being scared?
Both. And the thing is,
I just want to make sure I'm just being clear.
I'm just saying. You see, you're bringing it out of me now.
Now I got you. I got you. I'm gonna pull it out of. I'm gonna interview you.
Come on now. But the thing is that being able to talk about the story, but also regret what people are going to say about you. You know, I was like one of those people pleasers. I've been one of those people pleasers my whole life. And that was one of the things that I battled. Worried about what others thought of me. So my storms, my dark moments, my tumultuous times is I didn't share it. I didn't talk about it. So sitting here hearing you talk about your story, it just brings us back to that moment where I got to that point where I could talk about my story. You know, where I could talk about it and use it as a platform to inspire others, to be able to live out their truth and be able to be comfortable in their own skin, too, as well. And that's just what you're saying, too. You got to a point where you didn't care about what others thought about you. You didn't care about...
Well, I'm just getting there, bro. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Because, you know, when you're out in the limelight and everybody's looking at you and you're supposed to be this and supposed to be that and all that stuff, it's hard until... you reach that point you're in, where you say, you know what, take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. This is who I am.
This is who I am. And if you keep forcing me to be somebody else, I'm going to disappoint you.
Man. Well, you got the hair on my hand standing up, man. I feel it's going there for a minute. Guys, we're going to be right back on Cafe Conversations with Mr. Know Your Worth.
I've been fortunate to live in Middle Tennessee all my life. I love the culture, the people, and the Southern traditions. People often ask, why are you so passionate about what you do? It's simple. I love people. I've been privileged to serve the Middle Tennessee area as an award-winning, top-producing realtor since 2011. My name is Gabrielle Garner, and I'm here to lead you home. Call today for your complimentary consultation.
Today's show was brought to you by Tennessee Minority Pages, your one-stop shop for minority businesses. Hey guys, welcome back to Cafe Conversations with Mr. Know Your Worth. Guys, let me tell you. You see, you can tell that I'm getting excited because the hair on my hands are standing up. I love talking to prolific people that have prolific stories of overcoming triumphs, tumultuous situations to inspire, enrich, and empower people. Guys, if you missed the first half of the show, we're sitting here with Mr. Wes Morgan on Cafe Conversations. How you doing, Wes? You doing all right?
I'm happy.
Man, you still here with me, man. I didn't run you off, man.
Things are happening, so I'm happy.
Come on, man. Man, I felt us going there for a moment, man. I really felt us, the conversation taking a shift because we was talking about stories. And I was telling you how at a point in my life I was fearful of being vulnerable, being fearful of showing that vulnerability of people, of my story to people. So let's talk. Have you ever got to that point where you were fearful to be vulnerable, or to a point where you were at a moment where you was dealing with the drug addiction, where you was dealing with being in prison, things like that, where you felt low? You felt like...
I'll tell you where I am, man. I'm more fearful about being too transparent than I am being about transparency.
Wow.
And that's just the truth. My dad told me the other day, he said, boy, just pump the brakes. saying too much. You know what I'm saying? But the truth of it is that my story is not for me, it's for someone else.
Yep, it is.
And then when we understand that concept,
Yeah.
we become
Yeah.
ministry.
Yep. That's our
And
ministry.
all our mess is ministry. And so my deal is that, you know, and I told my dad, I said, you know, with my kids, I got 6 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I got one on the way.
Congratulations, man.
This is the first announcement, by the way. My wife come in here, she was like, they gonna think I'm fat. I said, no, you ain't fat, baby, you pregnant. And so my deal is, what was I saying? I smoked a lot of weed back in the day. My mind frees up on me sometimes.
We was talking about the fact of being at a point of transparency where
Yeah.
you say you're yeah.
Well, you know, you get to a place where you say, you know what, this is, like we talked about earlier, this is what you get.
Yeah. This is who
it.
I am.
This is who I am. Now, that don't mean I'm not going to continue to try to be better,
Yeah.
but this is who I am.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Man. And the thing about it is that for a person that's for the young people, I always like reaching out to the young people and talking and inspiring the young people. For that young person that's in that same situation, in that low moment, where they're actually in the same predicament that you were 14 years ago, in the car, it's about to get ready and go do a drug deal or do a robbery or anything. What do you say to them? But they want to get out, but they don't know how.
Go vertical.
Just go versus.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something, the best conversation I ever had.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus. Was when I was sitting in a jail cell.
Yeah.
And I said, God, I don't want to live like this.
Wow.
Can you help me?
Yeah.
And that's what I tell kids all the time. The best conversation you'll ever have
Wow.
is straight up. Say, God, please help me fix this.
Yeah.
I can't fix it. I've tried. I've done everything. I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Man, I've been there, bro.
Yeah.
I've been there where I just didn't know who to turn to.
Yeah.
As strong as my parents are, and here I'm gonna call Ricky again. He knows
Ricky
my
B.
He knows my mom and daddy, and I'm gonna tell you, they're the strongest folk in the world.
Yeah.
And that's who you need to come on with next.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, man, I
Mom
went.
and Dad, we're gonna get you. Gonna get you on.
Yeah, oh, they'll come. And they'll tell the, you know, I told my mother here a while back, I said, I gave you your ministry.
Ooh. What'd she say?
She was like, yeah, you're right. Because her living and praying for me every day
Yeah.
created her,
Wow.
you know, her ministry. Now, she wrote the book To Hell and Back. And she says her slogan all the time is To Hell and Back, but back's more important.
Wow.
And, you know, man, I just, to young people right now, there's only one commandment. One commandment that comes with a promise.
Wow.
You know what it is?
I'm finna let you
I'm
reveal
putting
it
you
to
on
me.
the spot.
I'm finna let you reveal it to me.
One commandment, honor thy mother
And
their father, and you will have length in your days.
Yep.
Only commandment.
Yeah, that's true.
And so what I'm saying, and I'm speaking to you right now, I want you to understand the best thing you can do is find real accountability, honor your mom and dad. That was the best thing that ever happened to me, is when I said, you know what, Dad, I'm open.
Yeah.
I don't want to live like this. Please fix it.
Yeah.
And he helped me.
Wow.
But for young people, it's hard because they try to be hard.
Yep. I was there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was too, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm still got a little bit in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the truth of it is when I finally said, you know what? Here I am.
Yep.
I'm standing in need of prayer. Vulnerability, transparency will always fix your future.
It will. It will. And it's so true because it wasn't until I got to the point, just like you said, going vertical, surrendering, having that surrenderance moment and saying, I need you right now. Because I used to always go to my dad and talk when I was younger. And he used to always say, go to your Heavenly Father and talk to him. He'll fix it. I'm your earthly father, but go to your Heavenly Father. And when I was younger, I was like, man, I'm coming to you talking, trying to have this bonding time with you. But as I got older and as I got older, I understood that statement as go to your Heavenly Father and
Surrender.
surrender.
I surrender all.
Tell you, man.
I'm telling you, man, it's the only way to be. When you trying to father kids,
Yeah.
when you trying to live according to your brand, your ministry, your music,
Yeah.
be a good husband, if you don't know the art of surrendering,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna live it out, bro.
It's gonna probably
It's
stop
gonna-
you dead in your tracks.
It's gonna smother you is what it's
It
gonna
really
do.
is.
Because when we are always trying to fix it ourselves,
Yeah.
you're gonna lose
Yeah,
every time.
It's to a point we're trying to put that manpower.
And
on
here's
it.
the deal: even if you fix it,
Yeah.
there's still so much pressure
Yep.
with you trying to fix it or fixing it
Yeah.
that it'll wear you out, and you can have an internal storm
Oh my God. Yeah.
and be on a frequency that nobody hears.
Yeah. And nobody
I'm
can
gonna throw
no-
Ricky out again. He
Ricky
understands
B.
frequency.
We're gonna get Ricky B on
You
the show
understand?
too.
You cannot be on a different frequency with your wife,
Yep.
with your job, your ministry, with God, most important.
Yeah.
And that's the frequency I'm talking
Yeah.
about. And that's the song I hear in my heart right now. Just, I surrender all. Some of y'all listening right now, y'all need to do that.
Yeah.
Quit fighting. Paul said it's hard to kick against the pricks.
Yep.
Keep on pricking, getting that foot pricked. You know what that is.
I already know what it
You
is.
know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When that plowman would have that plow right there, and he'd have a stick with a nail on the end of it.
Ooh.
And every time that ox would kick back,
Yeah.
he would take that prick and stick
just
it
stick
right
it
in
up.
the soft part of his hoof.
Ugh.
There's a message right there.
Yeah.
He would stick it in the soft part. When God starts sticking things into the soft part of your heart, open
Wow.
up and get this right.
Wow.
Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. You looking at somebody. Can I just talk to the camera?
on, talk to the
I'm
camera,
gonna tell you
man.
something right now. You looking at somebody who has been broken over and over and over because of his hard head, and keep kicking back. But God has always tried to reach for the soft part of my hoof every time I kicked. And I'm telling you something right now. This is a moment for you. Can I just minister for a minute?
Man, minister.
This is a
'cause you're
moment.
ministering to me right now.
This is a moment for you to understand that this is not about you. This is about what's coming. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you keep on kicking, it's gonna mess you up. You know, so many people talk about my ministry, bro,
Yeah.
and they talk about how authentic it is. And I'll tell you something. The reason why it's authentic is because I realize it's not really about me.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing, man, when you really realize that your life is not about you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll never forget this message my mother preached. Victimized for his glory. You know, Jesus and the disciples were walking down the road and they saw this blind man. And when they saw this blind man, the disciples started saying, why is this man like this? Is it the sin of his mother
Yeah.
or his father? And Jesus said this. I love Jesus.
Man, I love him too.
Can I hear you?
I can't.
Can
bust
I hear you?
I can't bust a note like you,
I
but
can't hear
sure-
you.
I sure can try.
I'm gonna tell you something. I love Jesus because he was such. I believe Jesus was hood. I believe he lived in the projects. Well, he was born in the manger.
Yes, he was.
I feel the Holy Ghost on me right now.
Man.
I believe that Jesus was so authentic with what he said. He said to them, he said, it ain't his mama,
Yeah.
that ain't his daddy.
Yeah.
But this is what he said, and this is what I want you to hear. He said, it's for the glory of God to be revealed through his situation. And I believe, my mother preached this message years ago, sometimes we are victimized for his glory.
Wow.
And I believe that, man. I
That's a
believe
tweetable. That's a tweetable.
it's tweet. Oh, it's yeah.
That's a tweet.
And it's been
can tweet-
tweeted,
I
but
can
tweet
that.
it again.
Can I tweet that?
Tweet it.
I got you.
I'm telling you right now, sometimes we go through things in our life, man, where we don't understand, and it's like, I didn't bargain for this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't sign up for this.
Wow.
But for some reason I'm dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's for him, not for me.
Wow. Man, it's standing up on me, man. Because I mean, you
That's
really,
what I came here for.
You really, because it's true what they say that sometimes a motivator needs that word too as well. And I know I spend a lot of my time motivating and inspiring others. So Wesman, I really want to say I appreciate you, because that was not only a word for them, for the audience, but also a word for me as well. And
Well, let me tell you something, man, before we go, because I know you got to go for the next segment.
Okay.
I appreciate what you're doing.
Wow.
And I appreciate you including me.
Wow. I appreciate you taking your time out, being here. And
I'm
wanting
sorry
to be
I'm so hard to deal with.
I think we
I'm just
meshed.
being real. I'm
I
just
think
sorry.
we meshed, man. But I want to say I appreciate your time, Wes. I appreciate you taking out time of your day to come here, have a conversation with us, and just inspire our audience. Guys, you've been tuning in to Cafe Conversations with Mr. Know Your Worth. What's up, guys? This is your boy Aaron Jordan, Mr. Know Your Worth himself, your relationship coach. I created a course called Revamp. It's an online workshop relationship course geared toward helping people to understand who they are, whose they are, and what they are when it comes to relationships, dating, personal development, or as an individual before you even think about getting back into a relationship. In this course, I tap on the fact of helping you to understand 5 key principles that you must learn, that you must articulate, or that you must exemplify before you get to the point of being able to love someone else. There's so much information that I could cover right now in this video, but guys, go to my website and get the course. It's aaronjordanjr.com/revamp. You do not want to miss this, guys. Understand and know that your worth is undeniable and your value is priceless. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? This is Aaron Jordan, Mr. Know Your Worth himself. Guys, we've increased our platform. We've launched Revamp the Podcast, giving you straight talk and empowerment for the soul on dating, relationships, and personal development. Guys, check us out on iHeartRadio or wherever you listen to your podcast. Today's show was brought to you by Tennessee Minority Pages, your one-stop shop for minority businesses.